Welcome to Hangover Yoga. Just like in all forms of yoga, this is a no judgment zone. Whatever you did in the past few hours, just let it go. We're going to focus on the present moment. We're going to do some poses that are a little bit gentler, a little bit more calming, restorative. Nothing too crazy. We're going to start in a child's pose. So reach forward with your hands. Come onto your knees. Sit your hips back onto your heels. If you would like to put a block underneath your head or underneath your hips, whichever feels comfortable for you, we're going to get started nice and slowly. Kind of ease into the day. Start to focus on your breathing. Breathing in and out through your nose, following the direction of your breath. With each breath, you want to try and make your inhales longer, your exhales longer. Keep this breath calm. Keep it steady. I'm going to give you about 5 more breath cycles here. Start to bring some awareness into your body. Recognize what is feeling tense, what's feeling sore, what is bracing the wounds from the night before. And no judgment, just observing. You can stay in this child's pose for the entire flow if you so choose, because we've all been there. But if you'd like to start moving, start to come into all fours, into a tabletop position. Hips over knees, shoulders over wrists. We're going to do some cat-cows here, very gently to bring some motion into your body. On your inhales, reach your head and reach your tailbone up to the sky, belly pointing down to the ground. Exhale, reverse, bringing the middle of your back up to the sky, curling in. Inhale, back to cow pose. Exhale, back to cat. Do these for about 3 more breaths on your own time, matching your movement with your breathing. If there's any other movements that you would like to get into, flipping around your wrists or moving from side to side, shaking your head yes, shaking your head no, no to all the decisions you made last night. Just do one more round of cat-cow here. We'll meet back into that neutral tabletop position. And I was not kidding when I said we're going to ease into this early. So we're going to take a few more breaths back into our child's pose, bringing our hips back into our heels. And if there's any sort of support that you would like, if you want to bring back that block underneath your forehead, underneath your hips, feel free. Do 3 more breaths here, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose, inhaling, and exhaling. One more. Inhaling and exhaling. When you are ready, start to lift your hips up. We're going to come into a downward facing dog. You want to tuck your toes, reach your heart back to your legs, press into the knuckles of all 10 of your fingers. Pedal out your dog if you would like, bending one knee, bending the other, moving around, doing whatever is comfortable, keeping your head and your neck relaxed. If you need to bend your knees during this pose, I don't blame you. Now is the time to take those modifications. Listen to your body. Your body may not be very happy with you right now. And that's okay. We all have those days. No judgment. We're going to take one more inhale here through the nose. Exhale, open your mouth and sigh it out. Let it all go. Your next inhale, bend your knees and look forward towards your hands. And exhale, start to walk your feet up to meet your hands to a forward fold, Uttanasana. Keep your back straight. Keep the crown of your head pointing towards the floor. Again, if you need to bend your knees so that your stomach is resting on your quads, feel free. I'm going to do 3 breaths here. Feel free to take any arm variation, any sways, any movements. One more inhale here. On your exhale, move your feet so they are mat's width distance. You're going to widen your stance. Start to bend your knees very deeply so that your tush is coming toward the mat. We're coming into Malasana, yogi squat. And this may not be an easy ride down, but it's okay. Doesn't have to be a graceful flow. After all, I can't see you. I'm just a voice on the internet, on YouTube. Anyway, so we're in our Malasana. We want to keep our chest proud. We want to keep our butt pointing toward the ground. We want to have our toes pointing out, our heels pointing slightly inward. Can bring your hands to prayer position at your heart. That way your elbows can gently push your knees out a little bit. I'm going to take a very gentle twist here. Bring your right hand in front of your right foot so that your elbow is on the inside of that right knee. On your next inhale, you want to reach that left arm up. Feel the connection between your elbow and your knee. Your elbow is pressing your knee out, but your knee is also going to give some sort of resistance. Try and stack your shoulders on top of each other. Look up toward the sky if that's comfortable for you. Let's do one more inhale here. Exhale, bring your left hand down. We're going to switch sides. So put that left hand on the inside of your left foot. Reach that right arm up toward the sky. These gentle twists are meant to detoxify the body, which we all know you need right now. Also meant to stimulate the organs on the inside. So again, you can just get everything out, if you know what I mean. Let's do one more inhale here. Exhale, bring that right arm down. Start to bring your butt back up towards the sky. We're going to go back into that forward fold. Crown of the head pointing down. Definitely bend your knees so that your hands can plant right on the ground. We're going to do a quick little twist here. as well. So start to walk both of your hands on the outside of your right foot. Nice little standing twist. We twist and kind of crunch in our right side first, because that's where our intestines start. When we're processing food, it goes up on the right side of our intestines and moves to go down the left side, and you know where it goes after that. So we want to start with the right side first, encourage that movement. Let's do one more inhale here. On your exhale, walk your hands on the outside of your left foot. We're going to reverse this twist. Again, feel free to sway. Feel free to take a bind if that's comfortable for you. Let's do one more inhale here. On your exhale, start to walk your hands back in front of your feet. Walk your feet back. We're going to go into our downward facing dog again. Do about 5 breaths here. Inhaling through your nose. Exhaling it out. Inhaling some refreshing, some calming energy in. Exhaling all of your poor decisions from the night before. Or maybe you didn't even make any poor decisions. You just drank a lot. That's fair too. Let's do one more inhale here. On your exhale, bring your knees down to the ground. Walk your hands back. We're coming into hero's pose. So we're going to be sitting up on our knees. Untuck your toes. And then from here, we're going to do another twist. You guessed it. We're going to twist to the right side first. So inhale, reach your hands up tall to the sky. Exhale, bring your left hand on your right knee and your right hand behind you. Keep it close toward your butt so that you can press into the ground and keep your back really nice and straight. Your inhales, you want to focusing on lengthening your spine, keeping the crown of your head up toward the sky. And exhale, deepen that twist. Start to look over your right shoulder, if that's comfortable for your neck. Inhales, lengthen the spine. Bring the core in as well. If you kind of suck in the belly, it will help you twist a little bit deeper. Exhale, find one thing that you can soften. We're going to do one more inhale here, lengthening the spine, sitting up proud and tall despite what you did last night. Exhale, release the twist. Inhale, reach up with both hands. Exhale, bring your right hand to your left knee, left hand behind your booty. Start to gently twist over that left shoulder. Inhaling, sitting up nice and straight. Exhale, bring that right shoulder closer to your left knee. We're going to do 2 more rounds here of inhaling through your nose. Exhaling. One more inhale here. And on your exhale, come back to center. We're going to do a yogi toe stretch. So for a minute, just bring your butt off of your heels. I'm going to tuck our toes here. This is a great way to loosen up the fascia around our feet. It's good for flat feet as well. And it's definitely a good way to wake you up a little bit. So we're going to stay here for only 5 breaths and just kind of breathe into the tension that you feel. So start to slowly lower your butt back onto your heels. Take an inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. You can do the last 3 rounds of breath in your own time, keeping your breath calm, keeping your breath steady, staying aware of the present moment and your body in this moment, in this space. We're going to do one more inhale here. Exhale, untuck your toes, walk your hands in front of you. We're going to come back to that child's pose. If you need to kind of tap your feet a little bit on the ground before you get there, that's a good way to kind of counteract that yogi toe stretch. Let's do 3 rounds of breathing here. Let's do one more inhale here. On your exhale, come up to a tabletop position. Straighten your legs, come into a plank pose, and we're slowly going to lower all the way down onto the ground. So we're lying on our belly here. Again, if this is where you want to stay for the rest of the class, good on ya. Go for it. Start to bring your arms to a T across your body. Extend them side to side. If you need to goal post your arms, you can also do that. Just know by goal posting your arms, this is going to be a bit of an intense shoulder stretch. Start to look over at your left hand, making sure that your elbow and your hand are extending right out from your shoulder. Switch your gaze and start to roll onto that left hip. If you want to place your foot on the ground, you can. If you'd like to stack both of your legs on top of each other, feel free. This is just a gentle shoulder stretch. It's also a passive pose. So find ways to soften while you are breathing into this tension. Do one more inhale here. Exhale, roll back onto your stomach. Make sure your right hand and your right elbow are extending straight from your right shoulder. Switch your gaze and roll over onto your right hip. You might feel a little bit differently on this side, and that's okay. Without judging this difference or thinking one side is better or stronger or more flexible than the other, just notice this difference and breathe into the tension that you feel. Let's do one more inhale here. And on your exhale, roll back onto your stomach. Bend your left knee and very carefully, very mindfully, and very gently reach back with your left arm. Try and grab your left ankle, pulling your left foot into your booty. If you can't get this grip today, that's okay. Just focus on bringing that left foot into your butt. Not into your butt, but close to your butt. It's not that kind of yoga. This is just a gentle quad stretch. Let's do one more inhale here. Exhale, gently release the stretch. Don't slingshot your limbs. We're just going to switch to the other side. Bending that right leg, reaching back with your right arm. Bringing your foot into your butt. One more inhale here. On your exhale, gently release, mindfully bringing everything back down. And then bend both of your legs so that your feet are pointing toward the ceiling. And just windshield wiper them back and forth. I don't think there's actually a Sanskrit name for this, but it feels really nice. And if it's not feeling nice for you, hold off on it. Let's do one more inhale here. And exhale, slowly extend both of your legs behind you. We're going to come into our final pose of this flow, our Savasana, corpse pose, easy pose, whatever you'd like to call it, nap time. So start to gently roll onto your back. And if you have a block or a bolster that you would like to use, feel free. One thing that I like to do is I like to take 2 blocks and I will place one of them along my spine between my shoulder blades to get a nice back bend stretch. And then with the other block, I just put it gently behind my head so that my head is supported. You can also, if you have a bolster, I like to place that underneath my knees for some lower back support. And give yourself the time to breathe into this pose. Whether you are doing a flow because you're hungover, or you're doing a flow because you want to work out or reduce anxiety, no matter what your goal is, your Savasana is the most important pose. And it sounds like cheating a little bit, and maybe it is. But just take advantage of the fact that laying on your back and feeling really nice is also very beneficial to you. Gives you the time to bring awareness to your body, to slow your mind, and to just breathe. You can stay in this Savasana for as long as you'd like. Again, no judgment here. The longer you stay, the more you're going to reap the benefits of your practice. I thank you for practicing with me today. We all know that it wasn't easy to get onto your mat if you're hungover or just feeling tired. But by taking this time for yourself, you're able to better yourself, to possibly better your interactions with people while you're hungover, not be as grumpy. Again, stay here as long as you'd like. Thank you for practicing with me, and I hope to practice with you again soon. The light in me honors the light in you, and the teacher in me honors the teacher in you. Namaste.